Hello everybody and welcome to Lucky by Nature. To play new servers or to stay with legacy servers? That is the question. Well, let's look at what we have in front of us first to help us make that decision. We currently have the island, Scorched Earth, the Center, and Ragnarok. That's on PC. On consoles, we only have the previous three. The island and Scorched Earth are official wildcard maps, while the Center and Ragnarok are not. And for a long time, the Center was pretty much the same as the island, on the fact that you could pretty much do the same things to achieve the same things. But recently, that has changed. Now, you are forced to go to the island to kill the dragon and to ascend. Ragnarok will have its own lore, its own bosses, and its own ascension. But what does that mean for the player that goes back and forth from one map to another? If you ascend in Ragnarok, will you have all the extra levels just like in the island? And will you be able to transfer your character over to the island and Scorched Earth with those levels? It has been a couple of months since Ragnarok dropped for PC, and they have yet to allow us to transfer to the other three maps. There are also rumors that the Griffin probably won't be allowed to transfer. So to me, it seems like Ragnarok is just something that they added for those that want a different adventure, if you already have conquered everything on the other maps. At least that's my opinion. Also, let's not forget that Ragnarok is a work in progress and it will be months after official launch before it gets finished, so there is that to think about as well. Now, let's talk about the domino effect that Wildcard has created for legacy servers. Wildcard already let us all know that they will not be providing support to legacy servers. If you lose a dino or your character, too bad, so sad. They also started to purge a large amount of official servers so they could repurpose them into the new network. So those that are unlucky enough to have had their server put on the kill list now have to do a massive migration. And Wildcard gave them just a few days to do it. The players from the servers that were not put on the list started to react and went on a frenzy to pillar everything and block the obbies. If you play on PvP, you will more than likely get slaughtered as you go to a new server because the safe server alphas know that more than likely those coming from kill servers are also alphas, which means you would be a threat. And I already witnessed the massacres in some of the servers. Pretty entertaining. The players on PvE can't seem to find a spot to build on because there is no land available. So all those people that jumped into action to protect their servers from invaders are patting themselves on their backs, but there is something they are not thinking about. How many people currently in their servers going to leave to the new network? I know that many in PvP servers that are not part of the alpha alliances would rather start fresh and have better odds of becoming alphas. So in the end, you will probably have less activity in your servers. And in 3 months' time, after the first purge, Wildcard will come in and do another purge. As for PvE, I think a lot of people will leave there as well to start a new adventure and grab some land that they couldn't otherwise get in legacy servers because they came in late in the game. Ragnarok is supposed to drop for consoles on the 29th. So, you will have to decide. Should you stay on Legacy or go to the new servers and start Ragnarok there if you really want to play it? Either way, you will have to start from scratch. But if you stay on Legacy servers, there may be a chance that they will allow you to transfer your dinos there sometime in the future. But how long in the future? We really won't know until we see it happen on PC. But then there is the bigger question. If you saw the official trailer for launch, you probably noticed a few things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you stop this video now and watch this video with a link on the top right corner. But if you have seen the video, then you probably know about the countdown for something coming on September 1st. In that trailer, we also saw some sea dino that resembles the Dunkley, but it's slightly different. And you also saw that they build an underwater base in what looks like to me like the Caverns of Lost Hope. But since when can you build there? Or could it be that they are bringing a DLC that focuses mostly on sea, like a sea map, like Scorched Earth focused on desert? So is that what's coming on September 1st? If you recall, they completely surprised us when they dropped the Scorched Earth DLC because no one really knew that it was coming. And it came soon after the center map. So if you stay on legacy servers, do you think the devs will allow you to transfer your dinos over on the first day and rule the map on the first day? Personally, I highly doubt it. But I do think there is a high probability that they will have it open in the new server since there really won't be any established alphas yet. But even that is up in the air at this point. But let's not forget that at the beginning of any added DLC, there will be problems. And we would be taking a hell of a gamble by staying in legacy servers without support. I think that Wildcard will force us to move to the new servers one way or another. In fact, I predict that populations in the legacy servers will start to dwindle due to the reasons I mentioned previously. People just wanting to start fresh, and some people just outright quitting from frustration when they have issues but no support. As for Vixen and I, well, we would be playing a game regardless whether it's this one or a different one. But we do love this game, so we figured let's just start over, because we would have to start from level 1 with nothing in Ragnarok if we went that route, and when the new DLC drops, we would have to start all over again, and it just doesn't make sense to us. So we are going to the new network so we can start fresh along with the rest of the people, and we will be making Let's Play videos so you can see our progress as we race to try and ascend first. But as you know, that will be quite the process and a long one too. But we want you to see how Vixen and I do things and if we are able to keep up with the tribes that are much, much bigger than us. It should be a blast. Since there is only 2 tribe members in our tribe, we will do this journey on PvE. But we will also play PvP every now and then, just because we need a little person-to-person fighting action every now and then to get the adrenaline pumping. But once we get destroyed, we will go back to PvE and keep the grinding going. We are thinking of inviting some of our faithful subs to go and raise some hell on some of these PvP excursions every now and then, just so we can have a little interaction with you all. I must also mention that we are going to be extremely busy because let's not forget that Destiny 2 is also coming out a week after the official arc drops. So we will have to split our time between the 2 games. But if any of you play Destiny, we will be having some PvP fun with you all and even some raids as well. It should be fun. Back to Arc. So I want you all to know that what I said is our own personal theory as to the way things will go when the official arc drops. So I don't want any of you to get all salty because you think otherwise. At this point, we don't really know what is going to happen, but we are going with our best educated theory. Some of you may have a completely different theory as to the way it will go down, and you may be correct and I may be wrong, but we won't know until it happens. I would love to hear your theories though, as to what you think will happen. And I would also like to know if you are staying on legacy servers or if you're going to the new servers. Maybe we will end up in the same server. You never know. But that's it for me. So until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.